Hello everyone and welcome back to Fenton Central. Okay, so following on from the last update, I've ballasted that double rail there up to there, as I mentioned. I've taken off the town scene there because I'm going to be working on that separately. I'm going to make it on a piece of foam board so that I can lift it off, and just easier to work on really, and if I ever want to use it again I can just take it straight back off without destroying it. In terms of the bridge work, you can see here I've started with the excuse me, with the retaining walls along here. Lots of work still to do. I'm using old pieces from the previous layout, so there's lots of patchwork to do. I'll need an abutment there. This will need building up. You might be able to see the bridges a little better from that angle. I've started with an abutment down at this point here, just on the left at the bottom there, but that's as far as I've got so far. So what I'll do is I'll carry on with that, and then I'll show you exactly where I've got to. Once I've done these abutments, I should be able to then finish off the plaster cloth, etc., up to the or basically down there, under there, and under there as well. And also there's quite a bit at the back there that needs to finish off. Similarly, you can see here all this will need sorting out as well, but I can't really do that until the abutments are in, so I'll concentrate on that. So bear with me and I'll come back to you shortly. Right, so done a little bit more there. You can see some of the abutments are in there, and capping stones over there as well. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the church up there, cover that with gravestones, the usual sort of thing. You can notice that I've done some painting, managed to paint quite a lot of this now, and I've even started to put in vegetation down the centre. Again, lots more to do there. I'll just show you up here what we've been doing. I don't know if you remember the conversations about the crossovers, etc. I've now completed that, so just go down to the other end here. So that line there on the outside, where the point is, which is that one there, that's the exit and entrance now. So trains will pick up that point there, just there, come down across here and go straight into the station. They'll also come out this way, back over, and then they'll go over that crossover there and head down towards the end, down towards the bridges. And when they've done the number of circuits that they feel like doing, they'll pick up the this point here, which will go across there when I eventually get round to it, and go across that bridge down there, through the small tunnel, will pop out there, and then they'll be able to run back in the other direction, going that way, and then that will allow them to get back into the station, or just continue around via the fiddle yard, etc., and go into storage. But they can basically take that point again and go back into the station. And that's roughly where we are at the moment. I think what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put in the siding over there. There's that point there. I'm going to bring that down here alongside this other one, just for some additional storage, and I'll probably stop it just roughly where that plate layers foot is there. Useful bit of storage, and it'll look quite nice scenically as well, with some bits and pieces stored on there. So I'll do that next, and then I think what I need to start doing is looking at this loop, getting this bridge across here, because I've been thinking about it for ages. It's quite a long run really. That double bridge at the back there isn't long enough to go all the way across, so I might have to do it in 2 sections. But let's get this line in first at the bottom, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, back soon. Right, so that's the other line in there, as you can see. Goes all the way back up to the point just there, and just behind that I've just cut some card so I can make some more retaining wall to finish this section off there. I think that's far enough. Again, as I mentioned prior, this is just card with plastic card facing, and then coloured in the appropriate colours. What I've also been doing is that bit of scenery at the back there. Just give that the first run, I suppose. And I think, I'm not sure if I'd finished all this off here, but I've done this bit there, and I've also finished the ballasting up to there. It needs some bits and pieces adding. So what I'm going to do next is finish this bit here. I've done underneath most of it, still got some bits to do. It's quite difficult to get in there at the moment. Must remember to ballast the track before I put bridges in. So what I'll do is I'll continue and get this ballasted now. In fact, I'll probably do all the way up here now. I'll get all this ballasted before I look at putting that crossover in for the return loop. Then at least I know that's going to work fine. I can get it all tested, but I will do those retaining walls as well. Oh, sorry about that. I really need to stop putting things too close. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do, I think. I'll need to paint some of these rails, especially the points. Obviously the rest of it I've been spraying from the rattle can, but I'm not going to do that on the points. I'm going to do those with a paintbrush and try and be a bit more careful. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll crack on with that, and then I'll come back shortly so you can see what it looks like. Right, that's some of the ballast in there. Obviously you can see it's still extremely wet with glue. I've just done this bit for now. This little bit here was already ballasted, so I've just done up to that. I don't mess about with pipettes or all like that. I just go a bit industrial. I mix my water and PVA in there, a little bit of washing up liquid, and I just blast it on. Once it's dry, I'll then repair any bits and pieces, because obviously some of it does move when you initially wet it. But once this is dry, well, in the meantime, what I'll do is I'll paint those points up there and the ones up there, and then I'll continue ballasting that way. I think I'm going to ballast all the way up to the fiddle yard. So this is as far as I've got, and I've actually run out now of ballast, would you believe? Thought I had another bag, but I can't find it. So what I've done, I've gone up to where the fiddle yard starts on that line there. Just move that round, and I've gone round these first 2 points here, with the exception of that side there. There's also a little bit down there where the other 2 are. I've painted them now, so it's just a case of going and getting some more ballast, which I'll do hopefully in the next few days. One thing of note, I don't actually ballast in here. I do up to about there. I don't do any there. That's actually sandpaper. Just zoom in there. I just paint it, chop a bit off and slide it under, and I think that'll do. I don't really want anything in there near the mechanisms. Don't really want to get it gummed up. They're a bit of a pain to clean out, especially in this gauge. And I'm not painting the 2 switch rails in there. I could do at the front, but I'm just not going to bother. I think they'll look alright. Obviously all this ballast needs weathering, but I'm going to do the whole thing in, just get it ballasted to start with. Then it'll be a case of sorting the running out, picking out all the bits that have gone astray, because there's plenty of those, especially with it being quite fine ballast. So all that will need doing. Another thing that I've done is I've just put some plaster cloth in that area there where those 2 cottages are going to be going, and I'm going to put as I mentioned, just at the end of the road here there'll be a small signal box, and I think it's probably a good place for this approach. I think I might do it, just put one over there, just cut that back a little bit, put a small retaining wall around it, and put one there for the junction into the station. That's the plan anyway. With regards to this bit here, so I do like to do a board at a time, but I don't think I'm going to ballast this section around here yet until I've got that bridge across there, which obviously I can do once all this ballasting is done here, because I won't need to get underneath it anymore, apart from just doing some weathering. So I'm going to leave it for now, and I know I keep threatening to do this bridge, but I really must get to it now. So that will be the next task, by which time I will hopefully have ballasted up to probably where this bridge is here, just down there. I'll ballast under there and the approach into the station. So hopefully I'll have done that by the next update. So what I'll do is I'll leave it there for now. Once again, thanks for anybody who's taken the time to watch this update, and I'll put another one in the next 3 or 4 weeks, something like that. So bye for now.